So you saw this morning, I didn't talk this morning. Still recovering, but I do feel better today. You're crooked. Do feel better today. Just not completely out of this. But I did run out because I had to run to UPS and drop off my mother-in-law's Christmas gift. And so while I was out on my list, like I just ran a couple of more errands and I went to Michael's. They had these Christmas bags on sale. I like to carry like gifts and stuff when I'm going to different Christmas events in these like, you know, festive bags. I also got one more frame because I needed one more 5x7 frame for a gift. I got some more gold. Well, I got gold ribbon this time. They did not have any green. This is like a velvet ribbon. So I thought that was really pretty on some of my paper because I ran out of the green. And then I'm about to start junk journaling, and this was on clearance. So I just got this little I do sticker thing. So we're gonna junk journal together. So I'll show you that whole journey when that happens. But I figured it's like an easy way. I used to scrapbook back in the day, and I just don't have any need to scrapbook. But a junk journal is like way smaller version of a scrapbook. And it's not truly junk journaling, because junk journaling, you're like actually supposed to use junk. But I'm gonna do pictures and stuff in it too. I got inspired. I saw someone doing it and I got inspired. And I also ran Hobby Lobby. Got my dad a display case for his little brick situation that he has from his building. This was completely an impulse purchase since it's like the 16th and this is an advent calendar, but it's Reese's and I thought, why not? Hobby Lobby. Oh, I just got a couple more things of stickers for junk journaling. Just some cute ones. This one was just all seasons, so it has all kinds of stickers. And I thought that one of my first spreads could be the Santa train that we went on, so I got like a Christmas themed one. So we'll see. I have good intentions, guys. I also got another green ribbon. They didn't have the same color green, but I thought this green really matched that one paper that I have, so I got some of that. And then this is some of Gotham's favorite candy, so I got him a couple of those for his stocking. That was all I got from Hobby Lobby. Then last stop was Whole Foods. So got a ton of stuff from Whole Foods. Not a ton, but a ton for myself at Whole Foods. Normally I don't buy much at Whole Foods. I got my dad a piece of chocolate cream pie because he's a huge pie guy and it looked good. And so I just got it for him. I got the baby. He loves snowmen. So I got him a little snowman cookie with a little hat on. The only thing is it doesn't have buttons. He'll ask when the buttons are. And these have gone like viral on TikTok, the brown butter chocolate chip cookies. So I got two, is it two? Yeah, two of the big ones. So like there are 4 massive cookies and then 2 of the small ones. My niece is coming over tomorrow. She's supposed to come over tomorrow for me to help her make cookies for her teachers. And I thought one of the cookies could be these. So we'll see if she wants to do that. And then it makes it where we don't have to make batter for as many cookies because those are already made and I just put them in the oven. We are gonna cook some today and I'm gonna try them. I got these for a special treat for Gotham for Christmas. These are the Take and Bake chocolate croissants. So I normally get the ones from Trader Joe's, but I haven't been to Trader Joe's in a while and that side of town right now with the traffic is no. So I saw these and I thought, let's try them. And then I got a ton, not a ton, but a bunch of wellness shots. I got 2 of the elderberry and zinc ones, and then 3 of the immunity boost ginger and turmeric ones. We're not getting sick again, okay? We are not. Then stopped and got me some lunch. I just did the salad bar with a piece of the buffalo chicken thighs. So I'm gonna eat this for lunch. And they had an Olipop, the Ridge Rush Olipop. So I got one of those. So that is all from Whole Foods. And then I did find our little brochure from when we went on the train. So I'm gonna keep this for my junk journal. Isn't that fun? My first piece of junk for my junk journal. So got that, I'm gonna keep that, put it with all my stickers and stuff. So that is my haul. And I'm going to eat my lunch. I'll go back upstairs, get back on the computer, get back to work. And then I'll probably see you guys. Baby's with mom today because it's Monday. So I'll probably see you guys when I make these cookies. So I'm pretty excited about them. I'm gonna put all this stuff in the freezer, in the fridge, and the presents away. Probably take one of these. Let's take one of these shots real quick. I'm scared. Let's do the elderberry and zinc. Not bad, not terrible, not great. All right, I just got done with a meeting and I'm gonna make me some cookies, but I gotta pull all the crap out of my oven first. Also been de-germifying my house, so stripped all the bed sheets, cleaned everything, because like literally we lounged and like loafed all weekend, and that was my deaf dog. I don't know what he saw, but he saw something. Hey, it's okay, it's okay. He has a really loud bark because he can't hear, so he doesn't know how loud he is, and it's so loud. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, we just lounged all weekend, stayed in bed all weekend, so I felt like everything was just bleh. So I just pulled all the bed sheets off, washing everything. So I'm gonna go move all this stuff over and grab the cookies out of the freezer. It was a really random time to preheat the oven too, so I'm gonna go get them and see. Preheat oven to 335. I don't think I've ever put an oven on 335. Place desired number of frozen cookie dough 2 inches apart on an ungreased cookie sheet. Bake for 14 to 16 minutes or until cookies are baked to a golden brown color. How many? 14 to 16 minutes. Okay. Once that preheats, we'll pop those bad boys in and see how they are. I'm gonna go move sheets into the dryer. And I just got a package. See if it's more Christmas or if it's something I ordered for myself. It's for kind of myself and kind of for baby. So we have a DVD player in our van. I know, DVD player, right? What is this, 2006? So I got him Monsters Inc. DVD. And then I got him a little Mike Wazowski little outfit. He's gonna love that one. And I saw these, and we have so many devices in this house that use different chargers. So I got these 4-in-1 chargers. So if you have the kind of wall brick that takes the USB-C, I think, or just the USB, both of them work. Or if you have the lightning adapter or the USB-C, both of them work. So I got 2 of those because like his iPad is one, my phone's another, it's a whole thing. So I got 2 of those, and I thought those would be great just to have around the house, and yeah. So So now I'm not going to be constantly searching for the right charger. This charger will work no matter what. So that's fantastic. So got 2 of those in the 6.5 foot. Yeah. So got 2 in the 6.5 foot. So I need to wrap this stuff. I don't know if I'll wrap this or put it in a stocking. Maybe I'll wrap it. So, all right, I'm gonna wait for this to preheat, and then I'm gonna throw these cookies in, and we'll come back and do a taste test. All right, cookies are almost done. They smell so good. All right, I'm gonna pull them out and let them finish baking on the pan. Yum. Golden around the edges, still smushy in the middle. All right, I'm gonna let those cool, and then we're gonna dig in. As hard as it is to let them rest, I'm going to. All right, I made a bed, switched some laundry over. Now we're gonna give one of these bad boys a try. Nice and gooey in the middle, crispy on the outside. Just how I like a cookie. They're good. They're really good. Not like overly sweet. I'm gonna taste the brown butter. I feel like there's like some flaky salt or something in there too. They're good. Legit. I'm a fan. We've had a rough evening with baby. Well, we as in me. We'd go eat with my parents, and we just tried to go to Culver's and just get some chili and stuff. And he was just not having it. He was like, I don't want to eat. I don't want to be here. I don't want anything to do with any of this. So he's teething really bad. He's got some like bottom teeth coming in, and they are really bothering him. And so he was just like not having it. So I was like, okay. I ate a little bit of my chili, and then I took him to the car, let my parents finish eating. And then we came home, and he had a complete meltdown. I don't know what was going on, but like could not get him to calm down. And I was like, okay, I don't know. So I put him in the bathtub, finally got him to stop crying, calm down. And now he's knocked out. So fingers crossed. We'll see. But I wanted to take this opportunity because you guys have been seeing these guys in the background, and I wanted to introduce you to my pups. This one is Knox. So I got Knox actually second. Knox is about, we think he's about 4.5, 5 years old, right? Are you 5? Are you a 5-year-old baby? Oh, yes. Yes, you're a little baby. Yes. So, Knox is stretches. You can see he's a little pink around his eyes. Oh, this is my firstborn right here. This is Swayze. This is Swayze Dwayne. And so I got Swayze after I had gone through a really terrible relationship, and he was, one of the things he always said was like, I would never have dogs in my house, and blah, 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 blah. And I had always wanted a dog of my own because I grew up with dogs my whole life. But So I went to an adoption event at PetSmart. They have like the adoption days or whatever, where these like local adoption agencies come and bring puppies and dogs, and you can, you know, meet them and play with them. And so his litter was like 6 of them, and they just said lab mix, which he's obviously a pit bull mix. I think he's got a little bit of Rottweiler in him, but I did the DNA thing, and it was like, it was mainly, he's an Amstaff, so American Staffordshire Terrier, which is basically a pit bull. If his coloring just looks like he has some Rottweiler in him. But anyway, all of his brothers and sisters were like jumping up on the side and like, pick me, pick me, pick me. He was knocked out asleep under his water bowl, just like asleep. So I was like, I want that one. I want that lazy one right there. See, he fooled me though. He fooled me into thinking that he was just like chill and lazy. He was a menace as a puppy. I'm gonna tell you right now. He's still kind of a menace, but he was a menace as a puppy. What was his name? They were all named after candy bars. What was his name? Baby Ruth. He was Baby Ruth. So, obviously I changed his name. His name is Swayze Dwayne. Swayze Dwayne the Rock Hillard. It was Hillard, now it's Condea. And I got him when he was like 8 weeks old, 10 weeks old, something like that. And he was really, really, I mean, he was a litter of, they found them somewhere with the mom. And so I had him for probably 6 months or so. And I was like, he needs a friend. Enter this guy. So his name was Petey. And I think it's because he kind of looks like the dog from Little Rascals. But I got him, when I adopted him, he was like 2. So you gotta be older than him. You gotta be like 6 or 7 these days. I don't know, I'm the worst. But I knew he was completely deaf, and he had been attacked at the shelter he had been at. And they say sometimes dogs can sense when another dog is like impaired in some way. So he'd been attacked. He was like all messed up, like been attacked by another dog. And so he was with a foster while he was healing, and they were gonna have to either find him a placement or send him back to another shelter. And I was like, absolutely not. So me and Swayze went and met Knox, and they got along great. So I was like, yeah, I want him. Now, I'd never had a deaf dog before. I didn't know what that would be like. He does know some hand signals. So like he knows to sit, and like he knows this means come. But it's been a bit of a learning curve over the last, you know, how many ever years I've had him now. Now Swayze, if I say, go get your brother, he'll run and get Knox, like if Knox is asleep. But Knox has, I don't know what he went through before he went to the shelter and before I got him, but he has some quirks. So he doesn't like for him to, like, he doesn't love to be touched on his back area. So like, not like his back in general, but just like the back half of him, he doesn't like to be touched there. He won't snap at you, but if he gets startled when you touch him there, he'll be like, you know, he doesn't like that. Also, I think that whoever had him originally probably did not realize he was deaf. And so they would probably tell him and yell at him to do stuff, and he wouldn't react. And then I think that he probably was, like, they were mean to him. Just because he can kind of cower sometimes. Like, there's just certain things that make me think that that's probably the environment he came from. But I actually took him to the vet once I got him a full checkup, right? And it turned out that his ear, like his ear canal was not formed correctly. So it was like completely closed off. So they tried to cut it open, and like, because it would just fill up with stuff, and then he would be a lot of pain. And so they tried to cut it up a couple times and just clean it out, and hoping that it would stay open, but it wouldn't. It would close back up. So I ended up having a full surgery on him to remove all of that ear canal and everything in there, because he can't hear anyway. And yeah, and so now he is fine. He doesn't have that issue anymore. They say, so he's as you can tell, he's a white dog, and it has to do, I need to do a little bit more research before I tell you all these things, but it has to do with the melanin, like the gene that forms the color of dogs. That's why a lot of white dogs are deaf. And that's why he's really pink around his eyes and stuff. It's because it's the same gene that affects the hearing. So he was just born deaf, completely deaf. And we just love him. He's our sweet little baby. He's the sweetest dog. And it's funny because when I had Cannon, we had Glock, Swayze, and Knox. And I said, when I get pregnant, Glock is going to be super protective, Swayze is going to be in love, and Knox is going to want absolutely nothing to do with the baby. I was 100% accurate. Swayze is his best friend, loves Cannon, Cannon loves him. Cannon loves Knox, and Knox wants absolutely nothing to do with him. Doesn't want to be around him, he just is not a fan. But yeah, so I got Knox, and then in the time I've had Swayze, he's had exactly 2 TPLO surgeries. So it's basically like the, when you tear, what is that? Ligament or whatever. I don't know. It's when you tear a ligament in your leg, and basically they have to go in and like shave down the, and it's a whole thing, but it's a really expensive surgery. So, but they say when they do one side of it, they're like 80% likely to do the other side. And the first side, he did at doggy daycare. And so I had to get that done. And then like a couple years later, about a year later, he started limping again. And I took him out. I already knew what it was because I could tell by the way he was walking. So we had to do the other side. So at that point is when I did Knox's ear surgery. So they both had surgeries at the same time. So when we went and picked him up, it was like a war zone. Like they looked like they had been through it. They were all shaved and bloody and drains, and it was a whole thing. But they're both good now. Good in a sense. And then also, what was I gonna tell y'all? Oh, when we first brought Glock down from Canada, when Gotham moved down here, him and Swayze went at it. And I was like, oh my God, like, what are we gonna do? They can't fight all the time. Me and Gotham both got bit because if you don't know, don't ever stick your hand into a dog fight. But it was not a good situation. I guess they got it out of their systems because then they got along just fine and it was fine. And then, as you know, we had to put Glock down early this year, and that was terrible. But yeah, so I just wanted to, y'all see them in the background of my videos all the time. So I just wanted to take a little moment and introduce you to my babies before I had a baby. Yeah. And I talk to Knox all the time, even though I know he cannot hear me. I talk to him all the time. And I feel like he loves it. Hi. He knows I'm talking to him, even though he can't hear me. Yeah. He's the sweetest boy. He's a sweet boy. Yeah. Yeah. So Knox is my sweet baby angel, and Swayze is my menace. That is my firstborn that is completely feral, and I love him. So those are my puppies. Oh, I was going to tell y'all a story about Knox. So one time I was going out of town, and I took Swayze and Knox to be boarded at a vet, and they were going to just stay there while I was gone, obviously. And the vet that I took them to, they didn't tell me, but they take off their collars when they put them in their pins or whatever they put them in. I guess because they make sure they don't get hung up or anything. Well, I guess they didn't tell whoever was working that weekend that Knox is deaf, and his collar says that he's a deaf dog. So when I went to pick him up, she was like, he would just like, I would call and call and call him, and he would just not come. And I was like, well, you know he's deaf, right? And she was like, no. So that was the last time I boarded him. I was like, I'm not gonna risk that again. Like, I'm not, no. So I've always just brought people in to watch them when we go anywhere, my brother or cousins or whatever, but that was the last time I boarded him. So anyway, I just wanted to introduce you to my puppies since you'll see them all the time, and we will see you guys tomorrow.